Last of Us is a game that I only played because it was free on PS Plus. But damn, I'm happy it was free on PS Plus. I'm quite the story-driven person when it comes to video games. I'm the type of person to don't skip cutscenes on GTA 5, even though I have seen them like 1,000 times.
Homie, huh? Oh.
I'm the type of guy who watches cutscenes on NBA 2K20 or FIFA. I really like the cutscenes and storytelling, even if it's bad. Which is pretty funny because I hate series. I tried watching The Walking Dead. I kind of found it boring. I tried watching Breaking Bad. It's a masterpiece of a series, and I love it, but I have never fully watched it. For some reason, seeing Kratos talk to Athena in God of War 4, or just hear Nathan Drake talking to Sully or Sam while climbing something, it kinda hits me different. When it comes to The Last of Us, I like the story a lot. I think it had great acting, memorable lines. I still get chills when I hear Joel talking about loss.
Awesome. Mighty Thin Ice here.
I'm sorry about your daughter, Joel, but I have lost people too.
You have no idea what loss is.
Of course, Troy Baker's in the game, which is like a 10 plus for me. Of all the amazing characters and out of all the amazing story moments the game had, there's one thing, well, two things that I cannot stop thinking about in recent moments. These two things, or two characters, are Henry and Sam.
Joel, stop! Look!
Leave him alone.
Contextualize. This happens after Joel and Ellie have a really hard encounter with an armored car controlled by scavengers. The two finally have breathing room in a building. This is when Joel gets choked by Henry, which is our first introduction to one of the brothers. Joel struggles with Henry for a while, getting the upper hand on him until he sees Sam holding a gun. This is when both of the groups realize that they're on the same side, or at least on the same level. Both are running away from the scavengers, and they both have kids with them. Henry and Sam know the area well, being there a long time, and clearly having more knowledge than Joel and Ellie around the city. But Joel and Ellie have something different. They both know how to survive well. Henry clearly is just teaching Sam the basics of survival. Sam has to be guided through most of the things he does, aiming a gun, looting, and most survival tactics.
Good truck. It's been hounding us ever since we got in this damn... Sam, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Get rid of it.
My backpack is practically empty.
What's the rule about taking stuff?
It weighs like nothing.
The rule. What is it?
We only take what we have to.
That's right.
Henry is pretty hard at teaching Sam. This is not because he doesn't love him, it's because at the moment they're in a very risky state. Every decision counts. Henry is a perfect elder brother. He has enough experience to teach Sam. The older brother will always try to guide the younger to avoid mistakes they have made in the past, even if they have to be very aggressive in the teachings. We see that the brothers have a good bond with Ellie and Joel. Them being together has been really helpful for both parts, making leaving the city easier for both. Still, there's a choice that has to be made. The group is trapped by the car, but for the luck of them, there's a stair in a truck. Joel helps everyone reach, but the stair breaks and Joel isn't able to reach it. In this moment, for the safety of his brothers and his, Henry decides to leave Joel behind, seeing no other solution to the problem. So they run away, Sam being a bit indifferent with the choice. Joel and Ellie make a gracious escape.
No time to argue!
Ellie! Damn it!
Drowning and being dragged by the river for a long time. They wake up, they're both met by Henry and Sam. Joel is obviously angry at Henry, but Henry explains why he made the choice, for his brother.
And you did. But coming back for you meant putting him at risk. Stay back. it was the other way around, would you have come back for us? I saved you.
After the group reunites, they go through a sewer, where we end with opposite matches, Joel being with Sam now. And in gameplay you can clearly see how Sam is truly a weak brother. You see him struggle a lot more with Infected than Ellie. After a long fight, Joel and Sam re-encounter with Henry and Ellie, and make a great escape out of the tunnel. There is a really quiet section here, the whole group chills in an abandoned neighborhood, but after passing the calm part, tension strikes as the final house in a straight street has a sniper. Joel makes his way around the houses, kills the sniper, and takes control of the rifle himself. There's a section where you have to defend Henry, Ellie, and Sam from the same scavengers that were in the city, including their amazing vehicle. After taking them all out, some infected attack the group, but Joel takes them out easily, and they escape out of the neighborhood without a scratch. The group, now full of resources and in safety, takes some time to relax. The chemistry of the group is really shown here. You can see them connecting more than just survive and we're together for survival. They're laughing and having an actual fun time. Lee checks on Sam and they have a really deep talk about what they are afraid of.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Okay. Well, have a good night.
How is it that you're never scared?
Who says that I'm not?
What are you scared of?
Let's see. Scorpions are pretty creepy. Being by myself. I'm scared of ending up alone. What about you?
Those things out there. What if the people are still inside? What if they're trapped in there without any control of their body? I'm scared of that happening to me.
Okay. First of all, we're a team now. Okay, we're gonna help each other out. And second, they might still look like people, but that person is not in there anymore.
Henry says that they've moved on, that they're with their families, like in heaven. Do you think that's true?
I go back and forth. I mean, I'd like to believe it.
But you don't.
I guess not.
Yeah. Me neither.
Ellie leaves the room and starts talking to Henry and Joel like nothing just happened. Because nothing happened, right? Next morning, Ellie wakes up to Joel and Henry getting ready to eat. Henry tells Ellie to wake Sam up.
Damn, that smells good.
Morning.
Where's Sam?
I let him sleep in for once.
Oh,
Well, if you want him to join us, you can go wake his ass up.
okay. Sam?
And the secret is finally revealed to everyone. Now, before continuing, I want you to think of that person that you love the most. The person who is always there for you in the worst times, in the times when you can't count with anyone but him or her. Imagine that person being mind controlled to kill you. But you have a gun. You can keep them from killing you. You can save yourself. But at the cost of the person that you most love's lives. Imagine how horrible experiencing the person that you must love in the world and the only person left who truly understands you is dead by your own hand, what would you have done? Henry had to make this choice.
Henry, stay there. Henry?
What have you done?
I'm gonna get that gun from you, okay? Oh, okay, easy.
It's your fault.
This is nobody's fault, Henry.
It's all your fault.
Henry! Henry, no!
Oh my god.
This video was made to make you think about your relationships. If you have siblings, or one sibling, or your mother or your father, and you're angry at them, please talk to them. Because in the snap of a finger, that person could die, have cancer, or get paralyzed forever. And at the moment that happened, they were angry at you, or you were angry at them. That could be the last memory. I made this video because my brother and I had a stupid discussion. Because my brother and me haven't seen each other or haven't been as close as always because of that stupid discussion that we had. I cannot say I'm still mad. I'm angry at myself for being so foolish to be angry towards the person who was there for you when I needed to be heard, when I was afraid. My brother was there, and he was especially there when I wanted to take my own life. I'm sorry, bro. I'm an idiot. I really hate myself for being so harsh with you. Because if something were to happen to you, I would probably react just like Henry.